I see this all the time. We're talking backswing, starting the golf swing. Golfers, I'm so bothered about what my backswing looks like and putting this club into a position, no body turn, no power, no control. This is a simple way of how you, yes you watching this right now, can start the backswing. 3 stages to this drill. What do we have to do? What does the body do? How do we bring it all together? Let's get into the video. Now, the final part of this video, we're going to be using the basket drill because I think it's a great way you can get to the driving range, tip all your balls out, and get a great feeling for just what we're looking for in this backswing. Okay, let's start with body, and this is just something really nice and simple, and I would treat this as something I would do as part of your warm-up before you even consider hitting any golf balls. Now, as I was saying, we're so bothered about putting this club into position, this doesn't actually turn. No speed, no power, no control. So what I want you to do is just place the golf club across your chest, and I want you to get the golf club nice and square. So when I'm stood here like this, I mean, how much of a butter knife does that look, by the way, from there? Okay, so golf club nice and square. We're going to get where our golf ball is, and what I want you to do is I want you to start at where you want to get an impact and then move through the backswing. Now, what I want you to think about here is where my left shoulder or my lead shoulder is working. It's working and tracing down and around, not just around. The main point of this part of the video is just to basically tell you this has to move. So I think of it in this sequence. So we're going to turn until we get halfway to where the golf ball is, and then to complete this we're going to bring in the hips. And you can see this from the face-on perspective, what I'm meaning here in relation to the ball. Halfway, hips turn and move. This is a great way for me to go, right, okay, first thing you need to do is get the body moving. Now, I've had so many golfers come to me, John, Graham, all moving actually pretty good in the backswing, but not doing it in the right way. Not achieving good control, not achieving good turn. And as I've said on this channel before, it is the basis of moving better and hitting better shots. So that's stage 1. Stage 2, what are we allowing this club to do? How are we starting this golf swing? Now, this is a really, really nice feeling, and as I'm going through this video, don't forget we've got a PDF guide, but do feel free to save the video and take it to the range. I would definitely recommend that because we've got the basket drill right at the end of this video. So if I said to you, there were some razor blades just sort of sat on top of my hands, right? Those razor blades just formed a straight line, just here. We wouldn't want to work these hands out. We wouldn't want to work the hands out and whip that club head in. We would work our hands along these razor blades. I think I've got to thank Jack Nicklaus for that one, I think it was him. Please, if anybody does know what that is, please do get in those comments. So watch here. Along the razor blades, along the razor blades. And I think that's a really nice simple way, and I use in a reference point as I'm looking down here, so my hands are working over my toes as opposed to off them, okay? And if you think of that nice and simply, look where your club head actually works. So this is how we're starting the golf swing. Now, I want to leave that point there, and I want to move on to the basket drill because I think this is the big basis of what actually is happening in the golf swing, and we will bring the golf club back in. So key points so far: body working better and getting the hands not to work out. Okay, so we've got our basket, we've tipped our balls into the tray. You might use an electric feeder when you get to the range. Also, I've got a point, I didn't realise this. The American team and the European team for the Ryder Cup pick the teams totally differently. The American team have 6 captain picks, Europe only have 3. I think it should be the same, right? What do you think? Let me know what you think, and on that point, whatever is your home team, who are your either 6 picks or 3 picks going to be? Okay, so let's get into the basket drill. So imagine we've tipped our balls out, we've got it in front of us, our basket's now being replaced by water. Don't worry, it would, obviously water would go, but you get what I mean. I don't want you to tip that water behind you too early. I don't want you to tip that water out in this direction. I love this drill because straight away, for me to move the basket, I can tell if I'm just moving it with my arms. Boom. This is what I want you to practice. We're keeping the basket in between the same position of our arms. And all I want you to focus on for this drill today is getting the basket to this position. 1, 2. This is just a great way of syncing up arms and body, bringing it all together. So going back to a good range session warm-up, we would probably do a club across our chest, then move into this basket. And if you lose the feeling, don't be scared to just bring that feeling back out and try it again. Okay, so you can clearly see that basket is allowing me to sync up my arms and body. Simple. We're not overcomplicating this. So let's get the big dog out now. Because we're perfectly honest, if we played mediocre but hit the driver well, we'd probably think we had a pretty good round, wouldn't we? We need to change that thinking, but we'll go with it for now. So, if I'm stood over this golf ball now, and I imagine my basket's in there, okay, look what I feel in my hands. Imagine the basket's in there. So the middle of my hands are always staying up to hip height in the middle of my sternum. The arms aren't overtaking the body isn't moving more than the arms. It's nice and simple. Essentially, we're allowing everything to get synced up so we can get into a position. 1, 2, 3 to the top. So if I gave you a step-by-step guide on how you're starting the golf swing now, we need an element of body and the arms working together. So imagine the razor blades, bring it all together to hip height. As my sternum moved, I'd set the club, allow the hips to move to complete the backswing. That couldn't be any simpler to start the golf swing correctly. Don't place the club into position, get it moving into position as best we can. I appreciate some people may struggle with moving the body, but let's do it to the best of our ability. So we're on the golf course, we're imagining that basket, really getting the body to move a bit better, moving the club into position, not just placing it there. Sync it up, move it. Oh, more club control, easier swings, less arms, more body and arms. That is exactly what we're after. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This is a simple one. This is Sunday's video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, don't forget to turn the bell on too, to not miss any of the daily uploads. And I look forward to joining you tomorrow, Monday, for the start of a new week.